know of the plot of this movie, Rob?
Space Jam?
Not the original, but of the new Space Jam.
Oh, new Space Jam? I don't know. There are probably furries in it.
Actually, probably not wrong on that one. Lola Bunny is definitely in it, and she's probably contributed to about 18% of the furry art that exists in the world, I feel like.
Oh, I'm sure she kicked that off for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure she triggered a lot of feelings for a lot of people. But, no, so the plot of the movie, as I understand it, and note that I haven't seen the movie at the time, so if it turns out I'm incorrect, although I don't think I am, the plot of the movie is LeBron and his son get kidnapped by a AI program called Algorithm, played by Don Cheadle, who is basically collecting a paycheck, as I understand it. And basically, he forces LeBron into virtual reality where he gets brought into cartoon world. Unlike Michael Jordan, who was sucked down a golf hole and ended up in cartoon world, LeBron James is actually a cartoon, which makes sense to a certain degree. But then when they actually play the basketball game, the Looney Tunes are all in 3D, and it's very off-putting. And maybe I'll feel better when it's not that way, but I also just don't know if young people know who the Looney Tunes are.
I assume so. I don't know. I don't know what the kids these do.
I don't know what the kids these days do
consume
either.
their media.
Yeah, I just don't think that they are like as frequent as they were when we were kids.
I mean, God, we lived in a weird time where that shit was on TV all the time.
Well, because there was no, like, there wasn't a whole lot else. Like, I mean...
Like 40-year-old or 50-plus-year-old cartoons.
All the Hanna-Barbera shit on Cartoon Network that they would later reuse to make, like, C-Lab and Harvey Birdman and shit.
Oh, I was talking about Little Witch Academia earlier. That's got a character named Hannah and a character named Barbara.
I mean, that's a fun fact, I suppose.
Yeah, they went hard for Western animation for that series, which was pretty fun.
I've not watched that one. I have watched Trigger's new one, Brand New Animal.
What's
so basically,
is that what BNA means?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like DNA, but with a B.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it kind of is in the sense that there are beast people who basically, yeah, that show is weird.
Is that the one where it's like stratified and you've got like the beast people and they're like...
They live in their own area and stuff. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
That one was weird. I watched the first 2 episodes and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Oh, no, you fucked it up.
It's fine. I don't need what that is.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, it gets weirder if you didn't watch it, because, like, basically, like, they're there to stop the furry Holocaust, which is not a great thing for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the same reasons I got uncomfortable with Attack on Titan at a certain point, because the Japanese were on World War II's side. They were on the side of the Nazis.
This is true.
As much as I love anime, don't forget that.
Yeah, they did some pretty atrocious things in the war that were at the same level or beyond what Germany was up to.
Yeah, but absolutely, this is not great.
The topics well, whether it's class relations or whether it's gender relations, and, you know, as evidenced just by the way it works out in anime, so it gets very uncomfortable whenever they're doing, like, class relation type stuff. And in that case, there was a whole lot of that. But,
where do they go in my thoughts? I don't know.
Everyone should read... What am I reading right now? A Sentence of the Bookworm and I Favor the Villainous. 2 great series.
What was the other one? What was the last
I Favor the Villainous?
Oh, I don't know that one.
With the Villainous. It's a good one. It doesn't have an anime yet.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll have an anime. It's really popular outside of Japan.
I saw something else that was like that, but it's clearly not what you're referring to.
Is it My Next Life as a Villainous?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That one is getting a special Yuri release, which was interesting.
Sure.
Because I thought it was a harem.
Well, it's
isekai.
A reverse harem, as I understand it. It's an isekai that is a reverse isekai because, well, not a reverse isekai, but it's a reverse harem because it's a woman. And it's like Ouran Host Club.
Oh, yeah. So then, I think the Yuri one, because I think the stories, it's an official release, but I don't know if the stories are canon or if it's considered an alternate universe, but I think it deals with the women in the harem. So, like, because she has women in the harem. I don't know. Harem
Unclear.
animes weird me out.
Yeah, I don't care for the harem stuff too much.
Love Hina and Tenchi Muyo were enough for me.
Yeah, that feels like that would be. I feel like that's the only exposure I've really had to it, other than well, the only things I've watched like a couple episodes of, except for Sword Art Online, which I was hate watching for a while, just because it's a horrible, irredeemable piece of garbage that has promise. Like, I mean, like, anytime I've ever had thoughts about VR gaming, like, I want it to be like Sword Art Online. I want to be able to look in a mirror and see a completely different person than I am.
Well, then let's make it .hack and get rid of the whole awkwardness of
all the contrived bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, .hack has its own contrived
Well,
bullshit.
yes, it absolutely does. My bad. But no, like the first season, the first half of the first season of Sword Art Online is very good, and then the second half of it is very bad, and then the first half of season 2 is also very bad. And the second half of season 2 is very good. So like, it doesn't make up its mind on what kind of show it wants to be. I'll walk that back. It knows exactly what it wants to be. It wants to be a show with only 3 types of characters. Kirito, the main protagonist who can do no wrong, who has rules that don't apply to him because he's the main character, and has plot armor that makes him the main character. Then we have all the women who want to fuck Kirito, which is basically every woman on the show, including but not limited to his sister, although I don't think they're related, because, you know, that would just be weird and awkward.
Japan likes to hit those incest beats, though.
They sure do, and incest has only ever been funny on Arrested Development, and that's the only time it's ever been funny. Yeah, no. So it's Kirito, women who want to fuck Kirito, and then the men who want to fuck the women who want to fuck Kirito. Because, like, basically every other guy who's not Kirito is basically a racist perv. And basically goes to long ways to molest the girls on the show. And it's very uncomfortable and off-putting.
Yeah, that sounds
But
right.
in between when those events happen is a good show. In terms of, like, it actually gives characters depth and stuff to a certain degree. Or at least that's what it wants you to believe. I thought the Mother's Rosario arc was very good. Although for a show that has a futuristic civilization where you can have VR that basically puts in your nervous system, the fact that the girl has AIDS is kind of a little bit like, oh, okay, I mean, I guess we solved that, but I guess not. So, okay. And I guess that's fine.
It's kind of amazing, too.
It's certainly not the first thing I would have thought of, you know...
Definitely a different way to do the sick girl trope.
Yeah. Well, because, yeah, basically she lives in the game is kind of like the whole thing, effectively, because, like, she can live pain-free, effectively.
I mean, that's like Subaru and .hack. Actually, that's also just ripped straight out of .hack, now that I think about it. Oh, .hack was a Yuri. I forgot about that.
.hack is a Yuri?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Subaru and Tsukasa get together, and they're both girls.
Oh, yeah, that's... I thought Tsukasa was a boy.
In the game, Tsukasa's a boy, but in real life, Tsukasa's a girl.
Got it, okay. Well, yeah, I do not remember that. It's been a while since I've watched .hack.
I forgot about that. I would not actually include that in the, in the Yuri canon, as it were. But
I mean, you know, it's fine.
Hey, that Pokemon just turned into a person. That's fucked up.
It sure did.
That's real fucked up.
It's amazing how that's basically the plot of Mystery Dungeon, but other than actually using the device. Ever done the Mystery Dungeon games before or no?
No, I've heard those are really good, though.
I've heard that they can be tedious in their own way. The only good Pokemon spin-off other than... Well, I'll walk that back immediately. the two good Pokemon spin-offs are Snap and Puzzle League. But that's because Puzzle League is based on a superior game called Panel Pong.
What about the Tekken one?
I mean, that's...
Was it Tekken?
It's fine.
The fighting spin-off?
It's a fighting game. I tend not to like too many fighting games.
Yeah, I'm terrible at them.
It's all about button commands and stuff, and just, I don't want to learn all that. That's why River City Girls was such a delight, because there's very little of that. And Streets of Rage 4 as well, too, was a little bit of that, but not super much of it.
Yeah, the closest I'll dip my feet into that kind of stuff is your games like Bayonetta, Devil May Cry, Platinum games.
And that's fine, because those are more action-based, so, yeah.
Or Nier. I need to go play Nier some more.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts on Nier. It was fine playing it, but I don't want to play a game 8 times in a row to get the true story of what the hell's going on.
Yeah, that one's definitely a little rough playing the first two.
Yeah, I don't care. I feel we should tell our stories how we want to, I guess.
Oh, that's how he feels too.
Yeah.
Good old Yoko Taro. So, we're gonna play Death Stranding, is what you're saying.
I have often said that Kojima is a genius, but Kojima needs an editor. Much like how much like how George Lucas, like the reason the first 3 Star Wars movies are good and why the prequels sucked so bad was because he was married to his wife who did all of his editing back then. So like his wife probably curbed a lot of his worser instincts of making a whole bunch of CG monsters and shit, and
yes.
actually made a compelling narrative because of the editing and stuff.
What was Kojima's most? Kojima had a recent announcement of some kind, didn't he?
Well, he has Death Stranding director's cut coming out.
Oh, that's what it was. The son of a bitch. Did you see the tweet he made?
I didn't see the tweet. What did he say?
Well, he tweeted something where he was tweeting about a book. And he was doing it's kind of like a book review of some random ass book, right?
Uh-huh.
And in the tweet, he used both the words "silent" and "hills." I think "hills" was in the name of the book.
Yes, because everybody wants to be making this game called Abandoned, which is and if by the time this comes out that actually is Kojima, you son of a bitch. But basically, there's this whole conspiracy because when he made the Phantom Pain Metal Gear Solid 5, he made up a fake identity and said his name is Joakim Noah or something. Not Joakim Noah, the basketball player, but it's something equivalent to that. And so
oh yeah, it was being done by the team was Moby Dick Studios or something like that.
And this game seems so much like a Silent Hill game, this abandoned game. And so everybody's convinced that Kojima is basically this guy who had to go on camera and try to prove he was a real person. And I'm not convinced he's a real person because that's a very awkward thing to have to try to do, and he did not do a good job. So,
So the Silent Hills game is going to come out, or Kojima's just a jackass because the day after the Silent Hills tweet was when we got the Death Stranding director's cut announcement.
Yeah, which I don't know if we need a director's cut to a game where he had full creative control on. I feel that
a director's cut to the game where the director has full control. It's just another cut,
Yeah, it's literally just the same game because nothing stopped him from releasing the first game as it is, which was basically Package Delivery Simulator, the game.
Is it time to fight Misty?
It is time to fight Misty.
All right.
Yeah, let's go for it. That does not feel like a natural pose.
What? No, that's standard. That's how people always talk or walk. Oh, G.W. Bush. Oh, what a good name.
Yeah. I think we should just be able to absorb this. Go straight for it. Yeah,
especially if it's just going to sit and use Harden.
Yeah, well, I don't think he knows Confusion. I know Starmie definitely knows Confusion, so I want to try to get a poison off on Starmie beforehand.
GW.
GW will that would be his Iraq war effectively, is having to deal with Starmie. But we should be able to just try to get at least a poison powder off on him, and then switch over to we can go to Woodrow and try to go an offensive approach, or if we need to, just go with Hoover and just go for a stall approach. So, all right, let's go W. Get the poison off. Oh, he went with Swift. Why the hell did he do that? Dumbass.
Because the AI in these games are rough.
Yeah. Well, the AI in Gen 1 is interesting because it'll always go for the super effective move, but if it's a move that it has a type, so take poison powder for example when you're fighting a grass type or something or other, it'll always go for the status move or something. So sometimes it'll try to use a move that it cannot possibly do damage with you, and it keeps spamming that move over and over again.
Oh, yes.
We're just going to get through this with W. I'm surprised by this. I thought for sure it had Confusion, but it certainly is not using it.
I thought it did too. I always remember Misty being a real bitch of a fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, yeah. Well, we've only been rolling with 3 for the most part, other than a couple battles with Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have the Cascade badge.
Oh, alright, now we need to trade somebody that has Sunstone.
Yeah, we gotta track down a Game Boy Micro to do that.
Darn Game Boy Micros.
Alright, I think that is enough for this stream. We'll catch you guys next time.
And I will have a bunch of fun George W. Bush facts for next time. What are we signing off on? What's the name of this podcast again?
Fetch Quest. What do you want to say to send us off, Rob?
No, I just that's good. You can check out a link to my socials. You'll find them in the comments.
Why did you put your social security number in the comments?
Because I have a lot of faith in its protection and invulnerability.
Do you have LifeLock?
I have LifeLock. Also, it's already been leaked in at least one credit leak, one of the credit bureau leaks, if not both.
Yeah, my old company definitely leaks my social security number.
Cybersecurity is a joke, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a great way to get doxxed.
All viewers should know that cybersecurity is a joke, and you should expect everything of yours to be online.